Am I looking crazy? I think I'm looking crazy. Yeah, I'm looking crazy. I just wanted to say, hey, I ain't want nothing else. I'm going to call y'all right back. Starting on page 3, on November the 5th, 2021, the defendant called EAP from the Milwaukee County Jail. During the call, EAP referred to herself both in the first and third person, attempting to conceal her identity as the victim on the recorded call. Jeez. EAP told the defendant, I tried. That is all I'm going to say. I talked to the people and tried. EAP continued, yeah, I said everything. I said a lot. It had nothing to do with you. I said, it happened. I said a lot. Just know that. As the call continued, the defendant pretended he was not speaking directly to EAP, stating, long as they know, I'm not having anyone contact her. Myself, I'm not trying to have no third-party thing. EAP informed the defendant they want her medical thing, quotes, records, to which the defendant responded, no, and no, she has to show zero cooperation. That means no. The defendant reiterated, right? Nope, I'm not giving no medical records. No, she needs to stand firm. She can't let these people talk her into anything. On November the 6th, 2021, one day after the initial appearance was held on Milwaukee County Case 2021-CF004596, the defendant called EAP from the Milwaukee County Jail in violation of the defendant's no contact order with EAP. During the phone call, the defendant and EAP discussed law enforcement's request for EAP's consent for access to her medical records in order to establish the injuries EAP suffered as a result of the defendant's running EAP over. The defendant told EAP, tell him, no, I'm not signing over to give you the medical record. I'm not cooperating with y'all. I'm not coming to court. The defendant continued, once she tell him that and keep stressing that and staying firm, they got no choice but to drop the case. During the call, the defendant blamed EAP for the defendant's predicament. I hope she realizes the mistake she made. I hope she realizes what she did, and I hope she never do anything that's stupid again. On November the 7th, 2021, the defendant called EAP from the Milwaukee County Jail. On the recorded call, EAP informed the defendant that she was not returning calls of the district attorney's office and that she informed the district attorney's office she don't want to see him incarcerated and that she was drinking during the incident. The defendant responded to EAP by telling EAP that's not enough and that EAP should have told him he didn't do anything. That was all that was made up. EAP responded, she did say she fell and tripped and he did not do anything. In response, the defendant informed EAP she was supposed to tell him that everything was fabricated. The statement was a lie. All that. That's what she was supposed to say. During the call, the defendant said, I can't have no contact to tell anyone what to say because that's going to be bad for me. During a recorded jail call from the Milwaukee County Jail placed by the defendant to EAP on November the 8th, 2021, the defendant repeatedly blamed EAP for the defendant being charged in the Milwaukee County case 2021-CF004596. The defendant started by telling EAP, you don't say anything. What the fuck can you say? So I apologize. I'm going to take the volume down on that last section. So it'll just be a whisper. It may even sound even crazier because it's going to be low, but I was snorting in there and all kinds of stuff. When I can't catch my breath while I'm laughing, I snort sometimes. And because I'm congested all the time, because I'm allergic to the world apparently, I stay congested. So I apologize. That sounded like a pig and some more animals. Yeah, some more animals. So I'm going to get this paragraph out. I apologize. I'm just going to start it over. During a recorded jail call from the Milwaukee County Jail placed by the defendant to EAP on November the 8th, 2021, the defendant repeatedly blamed EAP for the defendant being charged in Milwaukee County Case 2021-CF004596. The defendant started by telling EAP, "You don't say anything to me encouraging at all." To which EAP responded, "It is all about you right now, because you know what you did too, right?" Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. In response, the defendant blamed EAP. "Okay, and what did you do to cause it?" The defendant pressed further. "You trying to make it seem like everything is always everyone else's fault but yours. Like you don't never do anything to cause shit. And the whole cause of the shit was something that you fucking did." The defendant ended the call by telling EAP, "You did this shit, and you couldn't even keep your mouth shut after numerous people told you that shit. This ain't the place for you to be doing that shit. And you still ran your mouth. And I'm the one sitting here facing all this time." EAP responded, "I'm the one trying to get you out, right? Right?" To which the defendant responded, "You need to learn to shut your fucking mouth. Fuck you then, bitch." You know what? No, I apologize. No more. Okay, we're going to finish this. I'm not going to say nothing. In a second call between the defendant and EAP on November the 8th, 2021, from the Milwaukee County Jail, the defendant started the call by telling EAP, "If I tell your bitch ass to call my mama, ho, that's what the fuck you do. And if that's the case, if you don't give a fuck about me, then I can have my family get on your ass then." The defendant continues to blame EAP for the defendant being in custody. "I'm in here because your ass can't keep your mouth shut." On November 11, 2021, the defendant called his mother, Dawn W., from the Milwaukee County Jail. During the beginning of the call, the defendant appeared worried that he could not reach EAP. The defendant told his mother, "You know you get your bail money back anyway, but still, I'll make sure she, EAP, do what she says she gonna do." Dawn W. responded, "Because EAP ain't cooperate and they don't have a case?" To which the defendant responded, "Yup, they're gonna have to throw it out." During the same call, the defendant's mother described EAP's recantation, in which EAP claimed that she fell in front of the defendant's car, oh my God, while he was trying to pull away. In response, the defendant said, "Why in the hell would I just try to mow her down, knowing I could kill her like that? Why in the..." On November the 15th, 2021, the defendant called EAP from the Milwaukee County Jail. During the call, the defendant berated EAP for not helping post the defendant's bail. "You didn't put a cent on my bail. Why should someone else have to pay for some shit you caused?" EAP informed the defendant, "You tried to..." But before EAP could finish, the defendant responded, "Nah, I didn't try to do anything, because if I tried to do something, you wouldn't be here on the phone now. That's what you're not realizing. If I tried to do something to you, you wouldn't be on the phone now. If I would have told motherfuckers, go do something, you wouldn't be on the phone now. So don't tell me what I tried to do, because at any given time, it wouldn't be on try. It would have been successful." The defendant continued, "You ain't know who I am by now? You ain't know my little niggas is gonna do what I tell them to do? Do you understand my people are gonna move how I tell them to move?" EAP responded to the defendant's perceived threats. "So you were about to do that to me?" The defendant responded, "Do you understand that?" EAP responded, "Yes, I do." In another phone call placed by the defendant to EAP from the Milwaukee County Jail on November the 15th, 2021, the defendant chastised EAP for continuing to talk with the district attorney's office. "You still talk to them people? You still talk to them when they call, dumbass? You ain't supposed to communicate with them at all." EAP responded, "I'm not. They haven't been calling. They've been emailing." In response, the defendant told EAP, "Bitch, shut your motherfucking mouth. You still can't humble yourself. So if you still talking this dumb shit, I'm gonna do it for you. Either way, you're gonna do it yourself and bow down, bitch. Or I'm gonna make you. Now, which one you want?" The defendant threatened EAP, "You acting like you got so much motherfucking protection, like you safe. Bitch, you on my motherfucking turf. Remember that." I feel disgusting reading this. This is absolutely ridiculous. I understand because I've seen how he acts. Like, truly, this is what I would expect from him. But this is disgusting. This is disgusting. On November the 30th, 2021, Milwaukee County District Attorney's Office investigators Eric Gulbranson, okay, I'm going to stick with that, and Keith Kapcha met with EAP, who provided the following information to investigators that I just mentioned above. EAP verified that the defendant called EAP while the defendant was in custody at the Milwaukee County Jail. Initially, the defendant told EAP that the defendant loved her on the phone calls. The defendant also made EAP feel guilty for the defendant being in jail and charged in Milwaukee County Case 2021-CF004596. EAP confirmed being afraid of the defendant because the defendant threatened EAP's safety and security. According to EAP, the defendant knows a lot of people in Milwaukee who the defendant could employ to harm EAP. During the jail calls, the defendant instructed EAP on what EAP needed to say in order to help the defendant. The defendant instructed EAP to not say anything, to refuse to allow law enforcement access to EAP's medical records, and to not cooperate with the prosecution, including by not appearing if required. Investigators Gulbranson and Kapcha played portions of some of the recorded phone calls referenced above to EAP, who positively identified all of the voices involved. During the above time frame, the defendant was out of custody on $500 cash bail in Milwaukee County, case 2020-CF002550, wherein the defendant was charged with 2 counts of second-degree recklessly endangering safety, contrary to Wisconsin State Statute 941.30, subsection 2, and 1 count of felon in possession of a firearm, contrary to Wisconsin State Statute 941.29, subsection 1M, subsection A. That matter remains open, along with the defendant's condition of bail that the defendant refrained from engaging in any further criminal conduct. And that's the end of the criminal complaints. So yes, this is literally the next case that he has to go to court for. The most interesting draws to want to watch this case is going to be the fact of Mama. If he does not represent himself, I think that might be another reason that literally just popped in my mind on why he might have tried to represent himself. I think they would have called his mother in any other instance, but because he was representing himself, the prosecution took him off the list because they took her off the list because they didn't really need her. But I think if he's not representing himself, especially in this next case, Mama's gonna be called, and that is definitely an interesting factor for me that I must see, because Mama. Oh, I just gotta see it. I just gotta see it. I'm not sure if Mama would completely be truthful, in my opinion. I'm not sure if she would be brave enough, and I definitely would want to see that with my own eyes if she could. Yeah, definitely. All right, y'all. That's it. Bye.